Good morning students. Today we are going to start command line user interface, that is uh, CUI. Now CUI is what? CUI is a operating system. It's a type of operating system in which command text commands are used to interact with the system. The example of CUI is Microsoft DOS. Now Microsoft DOS was introduced in 1981. DOS stands for Disk Operating System. It is used to control the operations of system with the help of text-based commands. DOS controls the computer's hardware and provides an environment for programs to run. This system program must have be present when working with your computer. This means whenever we are going to interact with the system, you need this. This is an essential interface by which we can interact with the system. And DOS basically it's a text-based operating system in which we are going to use text-based command to control or to manage the system operations. Basically, why we need DOS or why we need operating system? We need operating system because DOS controls the flow of information between you, this means us, and the computer. This means it works like a translator in between user and the system. It allows us to retrieve information stored on the computer. This means with the help of this we can retrieve and we can store data within our system. This means with the help of this we can interact with our data within the system. DOS or it gives us access to all its function. This means it provides us an interface by which we can access all the information of within the system. This means that we can interact with the system with the help of this. This means we can save the data, we can copy and we can printing file with the help of DOS. Now what is DOS? DOS is Microsoft DOS, that is called MS-DOS. The MS-DOS software consists of three basic files. One is ms-dos.sys, second one is io.sys and command.com. We can also say that simple MS-DOS is a combination of these three program files. One is ms-dos.sys, this means Microsoft Disk Operating System file. Another one is io.sys, this means input-output.sys file. And another last one is command.com, that is it's a directory which holds the internal command of DOS. Basically these three files are necessary files. These files are the system file necessary to boot the computer. As I already discussed that this is command based or text based operating system. This means in this particular operating system here we have few commands, and the commands are divided into two categories. One is internal commands and other one is external command. Internal commands are stored in command.com. As in the previous slide, as we already discussed, MS-DOS is a command line operating system, that is called CUI. It is text based operating system in which here we have commands by which we can interact with the system. These commands are divided into two categories. One is internal command and another one is external command. The internal commands are stored in command.com. For example, dir, del, time commands. External commands are the commands which are stored in ms.sys file, and the example of external commands are format and discom. The another and the important file which are associated with the DOS program files, that is io.sys. io.sys is basically it's a BIOS. BIOS means basic input output system. It is a permanent program stored in the memory, and it indicates the system, how the system is going to interact with the commands, or commands are interact with the BIOS. So this is the basic introduction of DOS. Let's start with the practical portion, that how we are going to interact with the system. Now we are going to learn how to manage or how to perform DOS operation within Windows 10. So before doing anything, just let's start with this. Open CMD. So for this, just type CMD and it will give you the command prompt. Right click on this command prompt and run as administrator. As soon as you will click on this, it will open the DOS prompt. This is called DOS prompt, and this particular interface is called as console. This is called console, and this is called prompt. This is called prompt, and this is cursor. So let's start with this. The first command is time command. So now time command is what? Time command is used to display or to change the current system time. So just type time and enter. It will show the current time, and if you want to change the time, you can change the time over here. For example, if you want to change, that is, this is hour, minute and seconds, and then press enter. As soon as you will press enter, this will change the time, but at present we are not changing the time. Just press enter. So time command is used to change the time, system time. Similarly, here we have date. So date is also used to display the date in YYMM format, YYMMDD format. This means if you want to change that date, you can type over here, otherwise just press enter to leave. So date and time commands are used to check the current date and time within your system. The another command is CLS. CLS is used to clear the screen. Whatever we are doing, whatever we are did, it is on our screen. If you want to clear the screen, just press CLS and enter. CLS command clear the screen. The another command is VER. This is called version command. If VER enter करेंगे, it will give you the version of the current DOS. We are using Windows 10 version. It will show you the version of the current working DOS. The another command is dir command. So dir command is used to display the current file within the current working directory. So current working directory is C, Windows and System 32. This means that at present we are working in System 32 directory. So if we press enter, dir enter will display all the files within System 32 directory. So in our System 32 folder, we have 4285 files and 135 directory and total bytes and total. This means dir command is used to display the details of current working directory. As we already discussed, this is command prompt, and we are currently working in directory System 32. Now in the case of DOS, directories, folders are called as directories. This means at present we are working in C drive, Windows and System 32. As we see graphically, We are working in C, Windows, and the directory system32. This is system32. We are working here. So if you want to check the files and directory within system32, the command is used dir. So now dir command is used to display the current files and directory existing within the given directory. For example, here we are checking the files and directory in system32 because we are in system32 directory. Or if you want to check any list of directories and files within system32, you can with the help of this command. So for basically if you want to check directories and files within amt-et directory, so how can we? It's very simple. You can with the help of dir command. Now dir zh-cn, this is, it will show you the listing of whatever you want. So dir command is used to display the listing within the given directory. Now we are going to learn the next command, that is cd. Cd means change directory, and now we are switching system32 to Windows directory. Now we are using cd dot dot. Now cd dot dot command is used to change the directory from current working directory, that is system32, to parent directory. Now what is parent directory of system32? That is Windows. If we press cd dot dot, this will switch you from the current working directory to parent directory. Now our existing current working directory was system32. As soon as you pressed cd dot dot, it will switch you to the parent directory, that is Windows. Now if we press cd dot dot, that will switch you in C directory. This means this is our root directory. Within root directory we were in Windows, and then within that Windows we are having a system32 directory. So cd dot dot command is used to switch from the current working directory to parent directory. Similarly, if you want to switch the directory from C directory to Windows, then again we have to use cd command, that is cd Windows will switch you from root directory to subdirectory. Again, if you want to switch from root directory to switch directory, to subdirectory, that is system32, again you can use cd command, that is cd system32. Now again we are in C directory, Windows, system32. This means that the root directory is C, Windows is subdirectory of C, and system32 is subdirectory of Windows. If you want to change the directory, again you can with cd dot dot and cd dot dot. This means cd dot dot change the current working directory to the parent directory. And similarly, cd command is also used to change the directory from root directory to their subdirectories. As is in the given example, we are switching from root directory to Windows, that is C directory to Windows, and Windows to system32. So cd dot dot is used to change the directory from current working directory to root parent directory, and cd directory name is used to change the directory from root directory to subdirectories. Another command is cd slash. Cd slash is used to directly switch from the current working directory to the main root directory. Here C drive is main root directory. In this particular prompt, this is called prompt from root directory path to this greater than sign. This is called as this particular thing is called as prompt. This is called as prompt. So if you enter cd slash, will give you the will switch you from the current working directory to main directory. This is called main root directory, that is C. Similarly, that the next command is md command. With the help of md, that is md means make directory. With the help of this we can create folders. So now here we are creating new folder. So we can give the md, that is md means make directory, and the folder name, that is called new folder, and then press enter. As soon as we will press enter, this will create a folder. Now you can check, or you can switch from C drive to new folder. As we already created new folder within C drive with the help of md command, now we can switch. So to switch from root directory to folder subdirectory, use cd command, that is cd new folder, and then press enter. As soon as you will press enter, you will switch from root directory to the subdirectory, that is new folder. Here also we can create a next directory or next subfolder, that is again we have to use md and then folder name. Again when a new folder is new one, and then press enter. This will create the another folder within new folder. Now you can also switch from here to new folder, that is new one. So now here you can clearly see we are having a root directory. In root directory we are having a subdirectory, that is new underscore folder, and within new underscore folder we are having a new directory, that is called new one. Graphically we can also check it. Switch to C directory. In C directory, here we have a new folder, as we created with the help of DOS. Within new folder we are having new one. Thank you students, this is enough for today. In next session we will see the rest of the commands of DOS. Thank you very much.